Okay, welcome back to audio number 3 of the 30-day online home study course, Peak Performance. We're going to get a little more specific now with yourself. Okay, we're going to start to uncover your motivations for wanting to get involved in this crazy occupation of trading. All right, so I'm going to start out with some questions. All right, first, I want to take a few minutes and write down everything that's important to you in your life, your family, your friends, hobbies. Ask yourself, what's important to me in my life right now? Give you a couple seconds to write that outline down. Again, you can pause this and write it down. Obviously, you don't have to listen to the whole thing all the way through. So, what's most important in your life? Family, friends, hobbies. What's the most important to me in life? Now, after you do that, you can put it on pause, rank them in order, the most important, starting at the top, and work your way down. All right, now consider how your life reflects your values. Are you living the life you actually want to? Where does trading fit in? How important is trading to you? What does trading represent to you? All right, next one for helping to uncover your motivations. Why did you start trading? Or why do you want to trade if you haven't started yet? Maybe this 30-day online home study course is figuring out why you want to start. Next, what is it about trading that attracted you to becoming a trader? Next, what do you want from trading and what would that give you? Now, of course, we all say money, right? That's the obvious answer. What do you want? I want money, 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 money. Like, remember the old Daffy Duck cartoon? Mine, mine, mine. All right. What do you actually want from trading? There's something deeper in there for the reason that you decided to pursue becoming a trader. Now, to me personally, my background, I get asked this all the time, and to give you an idea of where to go with this question, I owned several businesses with my family that were in the food service industry. I had a deli, a pizzeria. I owned a real estate company for a while, and essentially trading offered to me something that none of those businesses offered to me. Somebody who wanted to be and always will be an entrepreneur, and that was a business with no nights, no weekends, no holidays, no customers, no inventory that could go bad, and no landlord. That was really one of the motivations of why I got into trading. To me, it was from the beginning always a business. It just happened to be a business that fit the criteria of all the things that I wanted in my business. So that was what I wanted from my trading. That's what it gave me. It gave me the opportunity to continue being an entrepreneur without all of those, what I perceived in my mind as the downsides of being an entrepreneur. Next, what do you enjoy about trading? What do you like the most? What part of trading do you like the most? Really answer the question. What do you not enjoy about the business? What do you not enjoy about trading? All right, next. Why is trading or being a trader important to you? Why is it important to you? All right, so as a trader, no doubt some of your motivations are going to be external, financial recognition from others, buying stuff, whatever. Could be external or it could be internal. Something inside of you that's constantly pushing you. And again, I can tell you from myself personally, I don't really have an external motivation where I need somebody else to tell me good job. I'm a firm believer in if somebody else has to motivate you, you have a problem. You should be doing all of that extra work on your own. You should have the autonomy and the discipline to do the work without somebody telling it to you. You need to, again, I'll go back to Napoleon Hill. You need to develop the habit of going the extra mile. And actually, I could throw a pretty cool quote at you from Paula Abdul, believe it or not. I don't know if she's ever read Napoleon Hill, but she obviously quoted Napoleon Hill when she said this quote, because Napoleon Hill is very clearly the person who's most commonly associated with saying the habit of going the extra mile. Paula Abdul actually said that there's no traffic in the extra mile. which I thought it was really cool if you think about it. It's like there's nobody or not that many people doing that much extra work. So if you choose to go the extra mile, there's not that much traffic there. It's just a question of choosing to do it. So I guess basically what I'm saying is my personal, when I went through these questions myself, my personal motivation is more internal. It's more drive to see what I can achieve. It's more drive to constantly get better. And I know I got that from my mom. My dad pushed me in a way that showed me the way. It was never really a push. It was more he showed me what hard work was about. He showed me what it meant to start something and finish it. But my mom gave the extra spark that created the internal drive for me personally. And I'm not and when I say that, it's important for you to recognize what drives you so that you can focus when you need that fuel, when you need the extra commitment, when you need that extra get up, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and go read charts, or tell your friends you can't watch the 6 o'clock game on a Sunday night because you have to go and do your work. But my mom actually set the tone in me to always believe that the next time, just trying a little bit harder or a little bit different or learning from what I just did, next time I can get a better result. And I hope that I can impart that on you. I always say that's one of the best gifts a parent can give any kid is helping them to believe in themselves. And beyond a shadow of a doubt, the most important gift that my mom could ever have given to me. All right, so you have to really know what drives you. All right, you have to know whether it's internal or external. You have to know what you're striving for, where you're going. All right, but you have to go past motivation sometimes. Motivation can be very powerful, but then that there's how can you enhance your motivation? How could you enhance your drive? How can you enhance your passion, your burning desire, as Napoleon Hill calls it? I'm going to keep going back to Napoleon Hill, and if you don't go out and buy Think and Grow Rich, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be disappointed. I Think and Grow Rich has influenced more millionaires and successful businessmen than any book probably other than the Bible. So I'm going to keep referencing it so that you finally get to the point where you understand, wow, that book means a lot. All right. So exercise. How do you enhance your motivation? Napoleon Hill calls it burning desire. How do you enhance your burning desire? Number one, can you think of a time when you were really motivated to do something? I explained in a previous audio. Mine was I'd have these periods and streaks of working out and eating perfectly or trading perfectly, that kind of thing. What were your thoughts? What was your inner dialogue? And here's something interesting that we haven't discussed yet. What were your mental images? Very important. Having visualizations, mental pictures, extraordinarily important. Extraordinary. And I'm going to give you one that we might talk about a little bit later, I'm not sure. And it has to do with losing trades. It fascinates me how many people come into the business. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you believe putting on a trade is accepting risk? Do you believe putting on a trade is accepting risk? Most people will say yes. I'm going to tell you no. Putting on a trade, admitting there's a possibility you will lose money, being okay with the dollar amount of the money that you may lose, and then putting the trade on anyway, that's accepting risk. So let's get into the part that fascinates me the most. I don't know why so many people do not understand trading is a business like any other business where there's revenue and expenses. It fascinates me. So here's the mental image that I want to give you. We just talked about what mental imagery did you have when you were motivated to do something? Okay. When you take a loss in trading, when you allocate money to the market from a performance perspective to follow your plan flawlessly, always remember you're in business and you're spending money to make money. Whether it was a profitable trade or a loss, you want to get a return on investment for all of the money you've allocated to your business. And then while you're in business, you allocate some money to a deal, some money to another deal. Other people call it buying inventory, paying your electric bill, paying your rent, paying your insurance, all expenses. Now what you need to work on is first accepting the fact that you will have expenses. So again, the imagery that I'm giving you here for your motivation, a trading loss is a business expense. Period. Don't personalize it. And go back to the previous audio. The better you get at making distinctions to help you make better decisions, the more trading you can do, which will be no issue for you if you trade more, take more losses, but also have more profitable trades, because you understand the more you trade, if you have a solid edge, the more money you should be expected to make, provided you keep your losses reasonable. So I'm going to repeat that for you. From a performance perspective, when you have a strategy you believe in, you believe works, one that you've traded with some sort of consistency, and you've learned to make good distinctions, and a lot of good distinctions, you actually will get to the point where trading more should translate into earning more. What feelings did you have the last time you were really motivated to do something? What motivated you? What was the internal drive? What was the mental picture you were hanging on to? Maybe maybe it was a reunion coming up and you wanted to look skinny, whatever it happened. Maybe you bumped into somebody. All right? Make a list of your motivations for wanting to become a trader. Go back, pause the tape. Listen to me, I'm dating myself. Pause the pause the audio. Go back, read through the list regularly to reinforce your motivation of why you made the commitment to want to become a trader, to continue to becoming a trader. All right? You want to develop a vision and a compelling future that excites you every single day, inspires you, and creates the daily focus for you to do the work that you're supposed to do every single day. All right? Success is going to start with that dream, with that vision. Most successful people and high achievers start their journey with a dream. Only imagine, when I was a kid, my friend Joey Piero and myself, we always used to have this thing. We used to say, imagine if. Imagine if this. Imagine if that. Everything that we did started with imagine if. When you're younger, everything is imagine if. But why do we stop that? Why? Why do we stop saying imagine if? So you sit down, you'd be like, okay, I'm making $72,000 a year, and I sit in a cubicle that I absolutely hate. There's no creativity. I'm underachieving. Imagine if I could replace this salary with something that I couldn't wait to get to every day. A dream, a compelling goal, or a purpose. All right, this is important in maintaining your long-term motivation, your drive. There's going to be, plenty of days where you get knocked down, and you got to be able to refocus and go back to that reason. What is the reason? There's a very good visualization that you use for working out, and again, I'm not telling anybody to go and work out, but it's one that I do use on my own. And I read it from somebody who was a personal trainer, and he essentially said every single day in the jungle, there's a lion and there's a gazelle. And he said, you have to decide, are you going to be the lion who works harder to catch the gazelle, or are you going to be the gazelle who the lion can't catch? How much work are you putting in, and which of those two are you going to be? So often that motivation is going to be the deciding factor between somebody who gives up versus somebody who carries on. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be adversity. Your purpose or your mission is big enough. No obstacle is going to get in the way. Now, before you design your future, you absolutely must, from a performance perspective, start from a solid foundation of where you are and what the next step will be. You can't go from step 1 to step 7 in between. I'm telling you right now, it's not possible as a trader. It's not. You have to go through the steps. They can't data dump experience into you. But it is possible to feel a change or a charge in your life, to feel as though you're the one deciding what you do, where you go, who you're with, how you spend your time. The only way to achieve this is to design how you want to run your life and how you want to run your trading business. Very, very important. All right, so you need to design your life, need to design your goals. All right, so what we want to get into is, where are you heading? You want your goals to be clear, specific, and written. Very important that they are definite. If they're not definite, if they're vague, again, I'll go back to Napoleon Hill. Definiteness of purpose is the knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to get there. So let's get into it. What are your trading goals? Why are these goals important to you? Are they clear? Are they specific? Are they written down? I'll tell you right now, if they're not clear, it's going to be very hard to plan to get there. Your goals are going to be a fuel. They're going to be the fire. Now, why are they important for trading performance? Let's answer this very, very simply. Goals are desired outcomes. They're what we'd like to achieve. Now, what are the reasons to set goals? Clearly, they create motivation, they give direction, feedback. Think about, again, I'll go back to driving. I remember when I first started driving, I used to think, if I was driving on the road and it was straight, I just kept the wheel straight. Think about it. If you know where you're going and it seems like a straight path, there's always going to be adjustments. So think about that driving. There's going to be adjustments along the way. How do you enhance your energy and provide inspiration? How do you increase your effort and your intensity during your trading? And when should you? When should you pull back? When do you increase your level of persistence? When you have challenges? Goals will also help you prioritize how you spend your resources. I spent some time in a previous audio about resources. Goals will help you work on your strategy. If you know where you want to go based on your resources and you're honest with yourself, it'll be a lot easier to work on that strategy. An interesting thing here too is, why do most people not set goals? Well, number one, they're just lazy. They're not bothered. I'm gonna tell you what I believe is one of the bigger reasons. Most people do not set goals because it would make them accountable for the results. If they do not write down where they want to go, do not make a plan, the success will always be outside of them as opposed to their responsibility. Very, very important. All right, now let's talk about goal setting versus goal achievement. I want to stress what this is all about. It's about goal achievement, not simply goal setting. Anyone can set a goal. Achieving the goal is what the difference is. Achieving the goal is the challenge. So therefore, the thing to focus on when establishing your goal is actually, how do I achieve it? Not just the fact that I have it. You want to be a goal setter, but more importantly, you want to achieve those goals. Which of those two sounds better? Goal setter or goal achiever? Which one do you want to be? Think of goals that you have set for yourself, but so far have not achieved or followed. You didn't follow through on it. Why was it? What happened? Think of the goals that you have achieved and followed through. Why? What was the difference between the goals you had that you did achieve, versus the ones you didn't? Achieving is a process. Remember this. To achieve any goal, not to set the goal, to achieve any goal, and we'll go back to relating this to trading, I constantly talk about performance. You must take the steps to achieve any goal. And I'm gonna walk you through something that's a part of what we've discussed already, and that's the trading plan way back in the very first lesson. I'm going to tell you why most people don't get that trading plan accomplished. They sit down and they try and write the whole plan at once. I told you not to do that, and I'm willing to bet now we're all the way up to this lesson, you haven't done it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you made the goal overwhelming. Becoming a goal achiever means breaking it down into its smallest steps and taking one step at a time. So in trading parlance, what is that? Trading plan, trading strategy, trading tactics, money management, manage the trade. Step by step by step by step. So again, working your way to success. Know specifically what you want to achieve. Know why you want to achieve it. Write down why you think you can achieve it. Create a plan. Take action. Review your results. Make adjustments and start again. All right, so first you need a target. What specifically do you want to achieve from your trading? Number two, why is achieving this trading goal important to you? Why do you believe you can achieve it? Write out your trading plan. What are the action steps that you need to take? I've already gone over that. Strategy, tactics, mindset. Start to take action, evaluate. Right? Very, very simple. But a lot of people won't do it because it means they have to commit to being in charge of their own success. Traders that last in the business from a performance perspective. Now, we all go through this when we first start trading. I want to make X amount a day. That's the wrong goal. When you first start trading, that's the wrong goal. Think about becoming a doctor. Are you going to become a doctor? Go to school, go to graduate school, and the first thing you do before you even become an intern, you say, I'm a great doctor today, even though I've never picked up a scalpel. Your goals should become proficient in your strategy. There's three types of goals you want to be aware of: outcome goals, performance goals, and process goals. Outcome goals are the end result, your P&L. Performance goals are the objective measures, for example, your winning trades versus your losing trades, Sharpe ratio. Process goals are specific actions, behaviors, feelings, processes, obviously process goals required to achieve the desired outcome. All three of them are important, but without a clearly defined and desired outcome, your motivation is going to lag. You're not going to take the appropriate action. So what is important is knowing when to focus on the outcome and when to focus on the process. So you as a trader, your process goals should be all under your direct control. The stuff that no matter what happens in the market, you control the process of when you get involved. Process goals tend to be more memorable and inspiring, and I'm going to tell you why. You are in charge of the process. You are in charge of when you get involved in the market. And I'm going to tell you, more traders than you could possibly imagine can't control the process of when they get involved. It's amazing. They want to trade just to trade because they can't wait to be involved, or they heard somebody else doing something. You want the process of when you get involved, when you manage trades, how you exit trades, when you're evaluating trades, all to be under your control. The outcomes will be because you followed your process. So again, to wrap this up, what are your reasons for wanting to achieve them? How would you feel if you didn't achieve them? How are you going to feel when you do achieve them? Successful trader you want to become is a future picture of yourself from now. How are you going to grow into that picture?